Shit, I'm the best thing on her. Shit, I am the shit.
I'm not catching fades anymore. Gotta keep my hands clean when they come for the ball. Keep it smooth like a dawn, making moves in the dark. Cause I learned how to swim in the pool full of sharks. Now they coaches, cause they can't read all his motions. How the kid never switch codes, but he codes with focus. Staring down your team with a frozen, ice cold look that can end the summer solstice. Cause I'm more like the top dog. Keep on running game and the gang will accost y'all. I be calling plays from a plane while I'm off court. But we ain't the same, you a lame, I'm a mob star. Actually, I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. When the cop cars try to catch me, cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pull strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode, I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God five, I'm the kingpin. They know I'm a dog and a beast, man. Yeah, I keep the peace with a peace, man. I ain't got no time for a piece, man. Why would I respond to a pawn? I'm the...
If I let my dogs off the leash, they do my work to get out of Dodge while they eat. Honestly, they can smell the blood in the beef. If they don't leave anything behind after eat.
I can see you soft, ever thought about retreating. If you never have, then they'll give you a reason. Better watch your tone, lose your bass when you speaking. Underneath the mask is the wrath of a priest. When you learn how to smile in their face, then go cutthroat. Then they wanna call you a con when the blood cold. I remember starving while y'all had a truckload. Now I'm with the mob with the call and the gusto. I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. When the cop cars try to catch me, cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pull strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode, I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God five, I'm the kingpin.
Man, good evening, guys. Good evening, man. I feel like it's been a while since I did a show, right? I don't know why it feels that way. Probably because it is, man. I've been trying to I'm sure you've seen me on different channels and shows, still dealing with the sinus drainage, man. That's not helping me. So I just try to take a kind of a break, trying to do my own show myself, because there's been times where I would just have to get off camera and cough and get this mucus up out of me. And I'm sure y'all don't see how I do that. So I've been taking a break from doing it myself, but still trying to put myself out there and let you know, hey, the basement's still going, still rocking out. I'm still got a message for everybody, all people, especially the men. But today's a sports day, right? We're gonna talk about some good sports, and a lot's been happening out here. I'm still dealing with it, so just be patient with me. That's all I can ask for. Be patient with me. But let me do this first. Let me go ahead and talk about the Funko Pop of the week, which is Ice Cube. Ice Cube, one of my favorite rappers of all time, as well as the Boys in the Hood soundtrack. One of the movies that Ice Cube starred in. One of your best soundtracks, man. That with a collaboration of all the songs, man. I love it. I love that soundtrack. So definitely had to make sure I posted that along with the Ice Cube Funko Pop. So that is my Funko Pop / action figure and album of the week. And I'm glad I'm able to share that with you guys. But back to the sports thing. With that being said, a lot's going on, man, right? a lot's going on. So I just seen just recently in the college world as far as college football, and guys, that's coming up real soon. College football is just right around the corner, and I can't wait. Pat Fitzgerald, they just released him. They fired him at Northwestern. Now, for y'all who don't know, that's the Northwestern's head coach. Used to play for Northwestern back in the days. And, man, I could tell I'm getting old because I remember watching him play. I remember watching that guy play, man, and that guy was a beast, man. He was a hell of a linebacker. And, so I remember watching him play college ball. So that's how long it's been. God damn, I'm old. I'm old. You ready for, man, what you said? Ain't we all? That's God's sport. We all should be ready for God's sport, right? So, with that being said, man, it's crazy. And they let him go for hazing. Now, I'm not gonna get too deep into that, right? Because I was hazed. So I understand. And it can go to an extreme because I seen it go to an extreme when I was being hazed as well as when I've seen other guys getting hazed. So it can go to an extreme, right? So you kind of be careful of that, especially when it's costing people their lives or it's, doing some permanent damage. That's not cool. That's not what it's intended for. And that's not what it should be for, right? Nobody should have to suffer and deal with that. That's not cool at all. So I definitely wish they kind of watch it. And well, they doing, I give them credit for this. They're doing a great job now. They're really on top of it. They're monitoring it. They take care of. Thank you, AB. I appreciate that, big brother. Yes, sir. I'm doing well. I'm getting better. So yes. Thank you, sir. But so they're doing better with it, and the laws and the things that are going on, they are definitely kind of curbing it, watching it more closely. So it's greatly needed, and I'm glad to see they're doing that, right? I am glad to see they're doing it. But in other news, it's really not, I guess, connected to sports like he used to be. That's Larry Nassar. I don't know if y'all remember that guy. That was a guy that was had an issue with assaulting young ladies and taking advantage of young ladies that was in he kind of got caught at Michigan State, but he was over the board. He was also along with the gymnastics council and overseer with them young ladies who was part of the Olympics and all of that. So what I read, he was stabbed today in prison. While he was in prison, he got stabbed. I don't feel sorry for him. I wish they finished the job. I'm not gonna lie. That's cold hearted. Why would you say that? Do that? He's serving his time. I don't care. Because what he did to them innocent young ladies was not right at all. Lucky he's alive to even get stabbed. Because I think if I was a parent of one of them young ladies, he wouldn't have made it to that courtroom. Yeah, that courtroom would have been saved for me. Because Hank would have been on trial for killing this man. And one of my favorite movies is A Time to Kill. And one of the most famous lines in A Time to Kill. Yeah, I killed him. I hope he dead. I hope he burns in hell. That's what Samuel Jackson said in the courtroom. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. So, yeah, that would have been me in a courtroom and said, why did I do what I did to this man? And I say, I don't have to explain myself. Is it not obvious? This man was a predator for years to these young ladies. So, again, he got stabbed. I'm glad. I'm just hate that they didn't finish the goddamn job. So shame on them. But let's not go too deep down that rabbit hole. But I just definitely want to mention it since it has some type of connection to sports and all that. I said, oh, let him live so I can have it again. God damn. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think if it happens again, he may not get to tell the story. Somebody gonna have to tell it for him. You know what I'm saying? That may be the case. But again, nonetheless, that's part of it. Another thing is that happened while I was didn't really get to do a show was Bob Huggins. You know, they released him from West Virginia. Now we all know Bob Huggins had an issue where he got on the radio show and said some questionable things about the players and the school of Xavier. So for those who don't know, Bob Huggins used to be the head basketball coach at the University of Cincinnati, which is right down the street from me, about an hour and a half from my city. 2 hours probably from the campus, really. But he used to be the head basketball coach up there. And Xavier and Cincinnati was a really, really heated rivalry. You know, it was real heated. I mean, to the point they actually got into a brawl and a fight on court a few times. I mean, that's how heated and crazy it was. So he was a head coach up there, and, you know, they always said, you know, Bob Huggins believe in thug ball, bully ball, and, you know, and they kind of lived up to that moniker. Now, of course, I was young and I realized what they was pretty much saying then. But now, you know, thinking back, like, man, they really talk bad about these young black men. Like, and I didn't like it, thinking about it from now and then, you know. But, of course, you know, was they doing some of those things? Yeah, they was. I mean, look, there was some truth out here. They were playing dirty. University of Louisville would play them because they used to be in the same conference for years between the Mississippi the Mississippi Valley Conference to the Conference USA, the AAC. They was in there together, and I believe that was. I don't think they was ever in the Big East together. I don't think so. But, you know, they had a lot of intertwining conference, and they had a long-lasting rival. And I think it'd be good for them to, you know, I don't know if they could do it. Maybe in football and basketball, maybe. I don't know. But maybe have a home game. That'd be good for them. Because, you know, there was some entertaining game. Even though I wasn't a fan of neither school, it was definitely an entertaining game to watch, right? So, with that being said, that's how I was familiar with Bob Huggins and knew about him and knew of him. But you know, he's always had a problem with that wine, with that sauce. That sauce was always his Achilles heel. Between that and just run off at the goddamn mouth, right? That was always his Achilles heel. So he got in trouble up there since now. You know, they kind of, you know, swept it under the rug, took care of it and all that. But, you know, hey, it is what it is. When he was in the Big 12 with West Virginia, you know, of course, that's his alma mater. That's his home school. That's where he ended up leaving from Cincinnati, going up to West Virginia. That's his, you know, his alma mater. So he ended up going there, give him a job, give him an opportunity. And, you know, he had some good seasons up there, right? They went to the Final Four one year. And so he had some good seasons up there, right? But, you know, West Virginia, their expectations are not high. They don't really care about basketball like they care about football. They're more of a football school, right? So he could pretty much do what he wanted to do. And that's what he was doing. He was just doing what he wanted to do whenever he wanted to do it. And there was really no oversight for him. But here lately, he's been, you know, catching some heat. Like I said, he made that comment on the radio, and it was an old radio show, but, you know, it doesn't matter. They'll pull it up from anywhere and put it out there, you know. So that's what they did. So what they ended up doing, like suspending him, you know, fining him and all that, put him on like a probation. But unfortunately, he didn't learn his lesson, because probably less than about a month later, he got a DUI. So their hands was pretty much tied, man. You just got off of this bullshit ass statement you made, man. And now you turn around and do this? Come on, man. Yeah. What type of role model you being for them kids you coach? You're not being a good one. And this is not your first time with a DUI, especially you had one in Cincinnati, you had one at UVA's. I mean, ain't UVA. You was a UWV. So this is not your first run-in with the law, with alcohol. Supposedly got some help and all of that good stuff. Can't do it. And so, they just didn't, they got tired. Your hands are tired. What was they supposed to do? How you going to go to your alumni and they say, hey, man, this guy's really pushing the envelope. Now he did more than push it. He tore the envelope on and they threw it on the ground. I'm like, what are you going to do? So they had to let the man go, fire him. So now, recent thing I read, he's suing. He's trying to sue. I'm like, dude, what are you suing for? Now, you can sue for damn near anything, right? And he may win something. Some of his money back, portion of his contract, whatever. But dog, I mean, yeah, I heard this riding dirty, DUI, drinking under influence, driving under influence, and thinking you're going to get away with this? No, man. No, you're not. So lessons got to be learned. Hard lessons got to be learned. So now they have one of his assistants has been deemed the intern coach. Three kids already put themselves named in the transfer portal. Matter of fact, UK ended up getting one of them. His name Trey Mitchell. He's a senior, so he's got 1 year eligibility left. So they end up getting him. So that really helped Kentucky squad. They was leading forward after they lost a couple of forwards. A big guy was gonna be out for a couple months because he had foot surgery. So that really helped them. But you got 2 or 3 other kids to transfer, and guess what? August ain't here yet, and they still may transfer. Still may lose a few. I don't know. I haven't heard anything else, but it's possible they could lose a couple more players. So it's sad. You hate to see that, but there's consequences to your actions. And so these are the consequences of this man's action. He's suffering. He lost his job. He lost his income. Tarnished his name as well as the school name. The one thing about Bob Huggins, he's real good friends with Kentucky coach John Calipari. So I'm sure Calipari's reached out to him and maybe try to offer some type of help for him and maybe talk about, or maybe actually going to rehab and again, because this ain't the first time, and actually completing the program and sticking to it, right? You definitely want to do that. I had an uncle who cost himself a lot of money, his job and his family, due to his addiction to alcohol. So it's really not a good thing, man. You hate seeing that. Also lost a family member because of an alcoholic. He was drinking and driving, and he hit one of my cousins. He was going to his mailbox. He lives out of the country. The mailbox is not right by the house. It's like far away. So it's almost like a half a mile away. He had to walk up the street, go to the mailbox on the other side of the street. And so, one day he was at the mailbox and drunk driver hit him. Drug him a couple miles, said he didn't know he hit him. That's how drunk, I guess, and belligerent the dude was. Didn't realize he hit him. Now, I don't really believe that at all. But yeah, so he drove about a couple miles before he realized that he hit somebody. And my little cousin said he was chasing him, trying to, let him know, hey, stop, so that was traumatic for him to see his older cousin, man, getting drugged down the street like that, man. It's crazy. So yeah, my level of tolerance and acceptance for pissheads and drunks are zero. So with that being said, man, hopefully, man, get some help. He's able to do what he needs to do to correct his addiction and help him handle it. Hopefully he can. But On to other things as far as college basketball. Kentucky has I guess what you got, a world game where they about to play, where they go over, they got 3 games, I believe. And they start on Wednesday the 12th, which so happens to be the same day as my son's birthday. But yeah, they play in a tournament, international tournament. So it's definitely gonna be interesting, man. I'm definitely looking forward to that. I will definitely be checking those games out at work. Oh, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. I will definitely be paying attention to those games that they will be playing. So they're gonna get the opportunity to wear the I guess the USA jersey. So the first game up is against Canada. So we definitely hope these young boys do well. Because the thing about UK, they got a lot of young kids, a lot of freshmen they got coming in. And so it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they're going to look this season. I mean, like I said, they got a couple, they got a couple elder guys. Like I said, that Mitchell guy, he's a transfer, as well as Antonio Reeves. He ended up coming back, but for the most part, it's just all young guys. You're looking at about 6 freshmen they brought in. You only had 2 guys who played any significant minutes last year return. Well, I'm sorry, let me take it back. You got 3 guys that played significant amount. And the thing about significant amount, really only one played a significant amount of minutes. The other one played sparingly minutes. But, that's, it's just the way it is. Sometimes that's the way his team's set up. You led by a lot of freshmen. But, it is what it is, man. But it's just an opportunity to see how they're going to look, especially when they're going to be playing against these, like I said, these grown men in this little 3-game tournament. But it's definitely going to be interesting. So I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, the game starts on Wednesday. I think at like 1:30. I think it's the first game. It's going to be broadcast on CBS Sports. So for those who may be interested, definitely check it out. I definitely will be. Like, again, they play against the first game 1:30. I'm sorry, let me take it back. First game they played against is Germany, right? And that's at 1:30. The second game they play is at 8 p.m. Eastern. Against Canada. And the third game they play is Africa on July the 15th. So, that's most of the games will be played either, they play the games, the first game they play is 1:30 Eastern time on Wednesday. The next game they play is on Thursday, and then they take a break. I'm sorry, they play Wednesday, they play Thursday, they take a break Friday, and then they play again on Saturday. And according to the schedule, it also said the gold medal game will be played 8 p.m. Eastern on July the 12th if Team USA is playing. So I guess they have to have like a winning record amongst the 3 games in order to qualify. So, hopefully they qualify and get to play, continue to play, and showcase and represent the USA while they play these other teams like Germany, Africa, as well as Canada. So I think it's going to be real interesting. And it's really good for them young boys. They got the likes of DJ Wagner, Reed Shepard, Now Bradshaw's not playing because he's the one who had to have foot surgery. But man, you know that DJ Wagner's tough, man, and he's a legacy player. I would what they would call him and Reed Shepherd. DJ Wagner is the grandson of Milt Wagner, and he played at U of L back in 1986 and won a title there. Milt Wagner's son, God damn it, I forgot his damn name. Milt Wagner's son is DeJuan Wagner. I'm sorry, brain freeze. DeJuan Wagner. He is the father of DJ Wagner, and he only played 1 year, and he played under Calipari at Memphis for 1 year, and he ended up getting drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now he didn't stay long because he had health problems. I think his irregular heart problems or something. So he didn't really stay in the league long. But a short time he was in the league, man, he was a monster while he was there. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, unfortunately, his health didn't allow him to stay long. So, that's that. But now, DJ, which is the grandson of Milt and the son of DeJuan, is playing, and he is playing under Calipari at UK. So, it's definitely going to be interesting seeing that young man play. I seen him play during the summertime on the circuit when my son was playing. But yeah, he's good. He's definitely good. He's definitely going to be fun to watch. Another legacy player is Reed Shepherd, which his father is Jeff Shepherd, right? But he also has his mother who played for UK back in the day. She played basketball for UK. So, his father and mother both played for Kentucky. So that should be real interesting. Jeff Shepherd won the title and was one most outstanding player for the Kentucky 98 championship team back in the day. So it's definitely going to be interesting in watching them two young boys play. Man, I'm glad that they're on the squad, and I'll definitely be rooting them on. Again, both are legacy players, and it's kind of ironic. One of the legacy players played at U of L, the other one played at UK, and the other one played at Memphis, and all that intertwines, and they both won a championship at their respective schools. So kudos to those men and those young men who's going to get the opportunity to play. What's up, Nighties? How you doing tonight, big brother? Kudos for those two young men, and I'm again definitely looking forward to watching them young men play, leading the team as well as representing the country over in these games. It's definitely going to be something I'm looking forward to, and so I will be watching them games and paying attention for sure. So that's really enough about the college football. Let's talk a little bit about NFL, right? One of my favorite sports. Lots coming up. You got less than 68 days before the season starts. I want to say September the 7th. I don't know. I think that's on a Thursday. Is the first game of the NFL. So with that being said, let me talk about this real fast. Now, a lot of y'all would not care because y'all probably don't live in the state of Kentucky. But during the last election, one of the things that our governor won and was running on was two things: legalizing sports gambling and legalizing the use of medical marijuana. So those two things is what he ran on, and he ended up getting reelected. We've been pushing for sports gambling for years, right? Because everybody else around us has legalized sports gambling, has legalized gambling. Kentucky was the only one that was still holding out. Tennessee was the most recent one that, one of the states that touch our borders that just did it. That was last year. So they legalized. So you go down Tennessee and place your bets, right? You can go to Indiana, place your bets. You go to Ohio, place your bets. Well, God damn it, all these other states, they getting our money because our residents are going over to the States, spending money with them because they could go over and gamble. They was talking about, oh, we worry about gambling. Look here, guys, you're not gonna stop. If they're gonna go gamble, they're gonna gamble. If they're gonna gamble, they're gonna gamble. Would you rather keep it in your state? Would you rather keep that money in your state than letting these other states eat off our people? That makes no sense to me. So they're going to gamble regardless if they do it here or somewhere else. They're going to do it. So why not open it up to the states so we could get some of these monies and benefits and stop sending all our residents to Indiana, Ohio, and Tennessee, these other states, and they eating off us, and we're not getting none of the benefits. That makes no sense. But they finally wised up. I don't know if they actually listened to what Hank said, but they finally wised up, and they did what they should have been doing: legalize sports gambling. So you can do it in person starting March the 7th. My man said, "Do you have boy?" I'm saying March the 7th. I'm sorry. September the 7th will be the first day you can do in-person gambling. September the 28th will be the first day you can do online gambling. So, yes, we will have it starting September the 28th. You can do online betting. So was that MGM Bets or FanDuel, DraftKings, and all of those other sites that they do. You can start doing that on September the 28th. Everything's a go then. September the 7th, you can do it in person. So you can go down to Churchill Downs. That's going to be one of the big sites they have. Down Churchill Downs, go down there, place your bets in person on the 7th, week 1 of the NFL. Now, unfortunately, it'll be I want to say about week 2 of the college football season, but for sure before week 1 of the NFL season. So, yes, we will have online gambling starting on the 28th of September. So, yeah, we will have that then, but not until then. So, but, I'm not really big into baseball. I haven't bet on boxing since the days of Mike Tyson. So, haven't done that, or UFC, never really bet on UFC. So, that really wouldn't affect me. So, really, it's the football that would really affect me. A man said Alabama just made online betting legal, but no casinos or lottery. AB, it's funny you say that. We don't have casinos yet either, but they do have a place where you can gamble off of old sports games and all that. It's funny. So, but we do have lottery. We've been having lottery for a long time. So another thing I just didn't understand why they was doing what they was doing. So I think the casino's next. Now, Churchill Downs was really against that because they wanted to control all of that. They wanted to get at first they didn't even want slot machines here, but now they're pushing slot machines because again we do have slot machines here now, but it's not really live slot machines. It's kind of funny how that's all set up, but that's a whole nother story. But everything going to be live between online and in person by September the 28th. Again, September the 28th, we're going live online, in person on the 7th of September. So looking forward to doing it. I'll probably just wait to do it. I don't know. He said he can't bet on the dog track in the state. I didn't know they still had that shit anymore, man. I know that's right. He's gonna bet on Summer League now. God damn, well, you ready for some sports for real? How you doing, my son? How you doing today? Good to see you. Yeah, so I really don't bet on those things, so it really wouldn't affect me too much. But I'm a big fantasy football player and a big fantasy football fan. And, normally whenever I get an opportunity, I'm saying, whenever I get an opportunity, normally before all of this is going down, I would have to go to Indiana and we'll place bets. So like before the football season, don't laugh at me, guys. Don't judge me. But I will bet the Bears will win the Super Bowl. I do it every year. Right? Every year. Now, of course, I'm like, 1 to 500 or something like that. All right, so I may hit one day. I don't know what the odds gonna be, but I may hit one day. So look, I'm gonna place a bet. Don't judge me. I'm going to do it again like I do every year this year. Yes. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. Yes, I'm going to place that bet for the Bears to win Super Bowl. Hopefully we come through. One of these days we're going to get it. Come on. Please come through for me. I need that. I need that to come true. I need for that bet to pay out before I go. Please, Lord, please allow that. Please, football guys, allow that to happen. Mark said, what's going on, big brother? What's happening? What is happening? But yes, that's definitely the plan. And definitely the plan. So we'll definitely see. I don't know if y'all noticed, man, but your boy got monetized. Now, I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet, but your boy got monetized, I guess, for the amount of views or view time. I don't know why they monetized. I don't know why they monetized your boy. I don't know why they gave me that little dollar symbol and all of that, stickers and all that. I don't know why they did that, but they gave it to me. Probably out of sympathy. They said, I give that Negro allow that Negro make a little money. He's entertained. He all right. He can talk a good game. But yeah, that's what they did for me. But nonetheless, let's continue to roll on. I'm not gonna go long tonight, man, because I got a engagement with the Real Pressure Show, and I'm definitely going to continue to promote this sister. This sister's doing great things over her there on her channel. I like going on her channel because why? She's always trying to promote men. And the one thing men need is more of our sisters promoting us, more of our sisters uplifting us, more of our sisters putting it out there. Hey, black men, not all black men are bad. Not all these black men are the big bad wolf. Not all these black men are what they say they are, right? Is that what it is? So, God, I don't know if that's a good thing or not, man. But it's funny. Said the requirements went down to 500. Cool. If that's what it is, that's what it is. It's part of the game. Part of the game. So hey, look, guys, I'm gonna keep on pushing. I'm gonna keep on pushing out this content. I'm gonna keep on having fun with it. I'm gonna keep on sending a message, regardless. If I just have 2 viewers at the time and 25 subscribers, it doesn't matter, man. Look, I enjoy doing this, right? I enjoy it, and y'all heard me over and over again why I do what I do. I'm not gonna go over it again, but I like doing it. I like doing it. I have fun with it. I love talking sports. I know we love to talk about black issues, politics, relationships, this and that, gender war. I know we love to talk about it. I know we love to see the fuckery, the craziness, the back and forth, the argument, and the beef. And I know we love all of that, right? And I partake in it too. I ain't gonna lie. You'll see me over there indulge in the fuckery and the bullshit. But I'll only do it for so long, right? Before my head start hurt because I'm old. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm younger. I'll probably stay over the whole time. But I see some of the guys, they go about 12 hours. Back and forth. I can't do that. But I can't do. I'm not into this beef shit because my days of beefing is different from what they doing now. This cyber beefing is bullshit to me. Yeah, see, the day we beefing, we didn't just talk. Yeah, we didn't just talk when we beefed back in the days. We seen each other. We lay hands on each other, and it wasn't in a nice way. So I don't get into all that shit, man. I don't. I mean, if you want to say something, talk to me. You won't say something to me, come talk to me. I mean, that's what I come talk. If I got an issue with you, I'm going to come talk to you. Now, I don't have to go put it on the live stream. I'll reach out to you via IG, or I'll find out somebody who knows you, and I will get your contact, and I will call you if I got a problem with you. But if you got a problem, you come talk to me. Like I said, I'm not for all the show y'all won't put on. No, I ain't with that. Two men, we can sit down and have a conversation. We could talk in the background. You know, for us, you get the messenger on Facebook, or you can go through IG, DM, and call somebody if you got problems, or if you got an issue, or we just need to talk. That's how I believe in doing. I don't believe in going on getting a scream and showing up. For what? I look like I put all my dirty laundry out there. It's not for y'all entertainment for like that. No, if I had to say something to say, I'm gonna say it to the person. I'm not gonna talk around. No, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna go to you, and we're gonna have a conversation. Now, hopefully, we can end it amicably, and we can end it good and respectfully, and leave it at that. And if we come find out we don't want to deal with each other, so be it. So be it. And I'm gonna move on. I expect that person to do the same. So, hey, do some more videos, baby. Yeah, do as much as you need to get what you need, big brother. I'm all for it. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. So, hey, Sister Jill. With that being said, look, again, I'm gonna keep rocking out, doing what I need to do, and it's more than just about 1,000 subscribers and all that good stuff. That's all cool, fine and dandy. But my biggest thing, man, is the message I want to send to see men win. Again, I want to see men win, and I want to do what I can to help men win, to be better. And that the process is gonna make me better, because it's gonna remind me some of the life lessons that I've learned throughout my time. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna help me learn some of the life lessons that I participate in, or that I was involved in. So it's definitely all good, man. What's going on, big brother, man? I definitely dropped the link. We come on up here, we're gonna talk to sports. We definitely always talk sports on Monday, big brother. So FYF, you're more than welcome to come up, man. And if I didn't drop the link, brother, please believe I'm gonna drop it now. So for anybody who wants to come up, we're gonna talk this sports thing, because I definitely want to talk about the summer league. With that being said, let's get to it, right? Let's get to it. So far we had 2 games, right? That I got to see the Wembley game. And what I'm hearing now, that they're about to shut my man down. They said they're gonna shut him down for the summer. You know, now I hate to see that. I hate to hear that. But I understand. I definitely understand, and all that good stuff, because look, you don't want to get that guy hurt. That guy is a franchise player, man. He's a game changer, and he's tough, right? He's definitely tough. So let me welcome my brother up here. What's going on tonight, big brother? What's happening with you? You good?
What's good, man? I'm solid, man.
Good. Now, you know, it's your first time to the basement, right?
Yeah, man. I actually done peeped your show a few times. I just wasn't in a situation where I could pull up, but I've been checking you out for a minute, man. So I like the setup, the content, all that, man.
Well, you know, but I definitely appreciate that. But with that being said, I gotta ask a question. Since it's the first time to the basement, and I'm sure you, since you watched the show before, you probably know what I'm about to ask, right?
What's that?
What is your guilty pleasure song, my brother? What is that song you gonna rock out to? I mean, could be a song you might used to listen to before game day. Used to get you hype. I don't care. That song you jam out in radio. Your kids may look at you crazy like, "Daddy, what you listening to?" That's that old people shit. You know what I'm saying? That could be the what? It could be more than one song, my guy. What songs?
I got 2 of them, right? I really don't have songs. I have albums, and the reason why I go off albums, because the albums that are the most memorable to me are the ones that I feel. And again, people may not agree with this,
Okay.
but I feel like the whole album is good. Like, you know, and so I got two genres. Obviously, I got an R&B, and
Okay.
then I got a hip hop. So my
Okay.
hip hop one that is always a go to, especially, you know, my hoop days, my college days. This was my main go to, right? The rap album is gonna be Purple Haze Cameron. I just felt like, look, I know a lot of people got their opinions on Cameron. I'm just talking about that's for me, whatever reason, man. All them songs just kind of hit to me, but just whatever it is. And then R&B wise, a lot of people don't agree with this one right here. But for me, this is from start to finish R&B wise, elite. And it's TP2.com, R. Kelly.
Look here, man. You will not get no argument from me. Now, I don't know if we some sick individuals because we still support and listen to this man. I can reach back here right now.
Oh,
I got two of his albums, and I displayed one of them already, right? And that TP2, man, that's a classic.
TP2.com would go crazy. Yeah, that one.
And I, for some reason, can't find that album at all. Now,
I got it downloaded from a while ago still.
Yeah, I could find it on CD, but I want the album.
Yeah.
You know, he only had two. I think what he ended up with like two, I want to say maybe 3 double albums, and that was one of them. That one, the other one I got called Art is called R. Kelly, and it's a Black and Red album. You know, you remember that one?
Yep, I think so.
Okay, so those are two of my favorite albums by him, TP2 and that double album R. Kelly. Hey man, classic. So I don't know if I should be feeling bad because we're talking about this right now, knowing the things that happen. But we all know, if we know about some of the people with some of our favorite players, our favorite actors, what they really do, we probably just like a whole lot of them.
That's what I said. So I do my best. I guess it's easier for me to do this, but I separate your talent from anything else. You know, if you're gifted in something, I'm always gonna give you your props that you're gifted in something. It don't matter if you made mistakes in your life and you did all that. It is what it is, man. So there's a lot of people out here running around and did stuff, just ain't got caught. You know,
I mean that's it. That's it. And we don't want to go too far down this rabbit hole, right? We don't want to go too far. But you are correct. You are correct. Now this Cameron, I can't agree with you. I'm not a fan of Cameron, you know, and I think when did that Cameron come out? I want to say about 2005.
Around that time, I can't remember when the album came out, but you got to think it's around the mid, maybe it's around that time, 2006, 7, whatnot.
And so let me ask you, when Dipset did that thing on the verses, how'd you feel about that?
See, the verses. So my thing with a lot of rappers, because I've went and seen a lot of rappers in concert. Not all rappers are meant for live performances. Like Gucci. Like I went and saw Gucci live one time because he opened up for somebody. I forgot. I think he opened up for The Weeknd, and Gucci was horrible. But we know that Gucci got some good music. He got some hits out there. But then I saw J. Cole live, and it was like the greatest performance, one of the greatest performances I ever seen. So I just think that some rappers just ain't meant to go live I just think Dipset is just one of them groups. They ain't meant to do live performances. They don't got it in them. They just studio rappers, and they should have just left it there. I would have never got on stage and did it. Now, if they were doing one of them versus battles where the DJ is just playing their hits, yeah. But if they up there trying to perform it, they never gonna beat nobody like that. They not live performing rappers. Nah.
You know, that's funny, and I don't want to give out too much of what I'm going to do, but next Wednesday, I don't know what's your schedule like next Wednesday. If you're free around 7 p.m. Wednesday, I'm doing a hip hop show. You know, it's the 50th anniversary of hip hop, right? And I'm doing I'm basically now. I'm letting y'all know now. If somebody goes out and do a show now, they ain't shit. They thieving motherfuckers. But I'm doing a hip hop show next week, and it's going. Of course, I'm gonna do my 50 greatest hip hop artists. And now I know a lot of people like to separate from the group, from the from as far as the individual. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to name, like, if there's an individual in the group that I think is better than the other individual, but it is what it is, and he's going to be in my top 50. He's just going to be there, and that's just how it's going to be. But I'm gonna have my top 50 I'm gonna give out, and so I'm not gonna go through the whole concept on how I'm gonna do it. But yet, I'm going to definitely have a show on that next Wednesday. Man, brother, if you're free, you sound like you're knowledgeable on this, and I would love to have you up and you come kick it and break bread with me, and we can talk about it. Because, man,
I should be free. I definitely should be free. I'm writing it down right now on my little calendar. I'll definitely come through.
Yeah, so I see. I don't know what age range you in. I'm 48 years old, right? So I'm coming from that early 80s. Okay, see, I'm coming from that. So you more of a mid 90s guy.
Yeah,
was that part of your where you really was at the peak of your rap fandom? Was the mid 90s?
No, it wasn't. See, like, because this is what's so weird with me, though. Check this out. Like, because I grew up in a household where my parents just hated rap. In the religion we was in, it just wasn't no listening and no rap. So I really didn't get into rap until the 2000s when I got unleashed and I went into college and whatnot. And I'm like, okay. And then that's when I started listening to the Camerons, the Nas. I think I started really getting into Nas heavy. Talib Kweli. That's a real, Talib Kweli. I could have really said some Talib Kweli songs. Most Def. I'm real big into those guys. The conscious rappers too. So Common. So it's a little bit of everything. I'm all over the place with it. But I was kind of late to rap. I was kind of late to it. So I'm not as familiar with the 90s and late 80s rappers as you would think. Some people might be.
Look, the beautiful thing about technology, you can always go back.
Yeah,
you can always go back and like, damn, I didn't know they was like that. I didn't know the music, they put that hell up music like this in the night. But yeah, so mine was mid 80s was my genre, and I understand what you're saying because if it went for my older cousins, because when we go to my grandma's house on Sundays, that's when I would get my taste rap. Because like I said, my father's a pastor, so one of that rap shit playing. If anything, I'm listening in the car. We listen to the gospel channel. And here in Low Kentucky was WLOU, and it was always gospel. So that was all he listened to, right? Either that or some he listened to sports talk radio. So that's really how I got hooked and connected to the sports talk radio, was because of him. That was his thing. A sports talk radio or gospel music. And I ride my son. We go on AAU trips and all that. It was rap and R&B and sports talk radio. So it's kind of funny. It's like full circle. I wasn't into the gospel music, but I listened to the old school rap and R&B and sports talk radio. Even to the day, that's what I do. If we're gonna hear radio,
I'm gonna tell you what though. That sports talk radio is underrated. I'm talking about because I used to get on some of those ESPN stations, man. Sports talk radio. You mess around and listen for 4-5 hours, now you realize. I'm talking about sports talk radio used to be elite.
Look,
I don't know what happened. You go what I'm saying. It was elite at one point in time. A lot of people used to be sleeping on it, but it was elite at one point in time, and I don't know what happened, but
and so
YouTube and all that killed the game.
I think that's really what it was, and really a lot of the stuff started getting off when they started leaving the AM radios. That's what really hurt. But like I said, I still kind of dip and dab into my local radio, AM radio stations, to try to get the local flavor, what's going on with the local teams around here. So I still dip and dab into that because, you get little insights on some stuff that the national radio hasn't had. They don't just know just yet, right? They got the little behind the scenes the national won't get maybe until a day or two later. You know what I'm saying? But local radio already has, because they got some guys on campuses or guys in the know or on staff or somewhere, whatever the case may be. So I kind of get that feel. And so that's a good thing about the local radio, where you're able to listen to in the local sports talk. But you back in the days when they used to have the call in, you call in and you rant and rave about the team. My team ain't shit. They need to fire. You know what I'm saying? You used to call in and complain about, man, they need to fire our coach. Our coach is trash. We need to replace him. All of that stuff. I participate, involved, I listen, and it was entertaining. Like I said, I could go through a whole work shift and just listen to Sports Talk Radio and be content. And no music at all. I'll be working out. Listen to Sports Talk Radio. I said, man, you weird. Why are you listening to sports? I said, for knowledge, entertainment. I mean, this is maybe I'm just different. I don't know. But that's what I do. That's just what I do. So it's crazy. So, but yeah, man, definitely come through, man. Next Wednesday, man, like I said, we're going to chop it up. We definitely going to chop it up. And then look, if you can, make sure you bring your top 5 with you. Bring your top 5. You know what I'm saying?
NBA?
No. Yeah, next Wednesday for the hip hop show.
I'm gonna have to think about it, but I'm sure I can pull up the top 5.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you can. You got something in your banks, I'm sure. But this summer league, I was just talking about Wembley. They shut him down for the summer league. Now I understand that's the Spurs way of doing things. That's the Spurs way of making their moves. I understand why they're doing it because they don't want to get the young man hurt. You could see right now that dude is going to be a problem. That dude is going to be a problem. Yeah, he had like 27 and 12. You know what I'm saying? And but the thing about him, I could tell he's going to have to put on some muscles. Maybe not a lot of bulk, but he's going to have to get stronger. Because you seen him the first game, he's kind of looking back at the refs and looking for the calls. I'm like, dude, don't you waste your time until you get that superstar status. Yeah, you're not gonna get them calls like you think you should. This ain't high school. This ain't the rec league. This ain't the league you play with overseas. This is NBA. And until you get that superstar status, you're not going to get those type of calls that you think you should get right now. But give it a couple years, you might get them calls because you got the ability to be that type player. So I like him. I didn't really know. I knew of him, but really didn't pay that much attention to him like that. But now, seeing him them 2 games, this dude's gonna be a problem, though. I don't know what's your take on it.
Well, the one thing I noticed, even in the first game where a lot of people say he played bad, I saw a lot of positives. Like the first thing I noticed was, I said, he's going to impact a ton of shots. When whether he's making shots or not, I said he's gonna have an extremely huge impact on the game because I noticed early that just his presence, just when he contests shots, it completely makes guys change the angles, the way they attack, and it makes them miss shots. So he had an impact. I just think with your first game, I'm gonna judge you. You see, because when I'm hearing people talk about Wembanyama, the first game, everybody said he was gonna be a bust, and then when he actually had a good game scoring wise that next game, people were saying, "Oh, it's because there wasn't good defense out there." So it really don't matter what he do. He can have the good big games. He can have the average games. People are gonna throw opinions out either way. I just think from a standpoint, I think the Spurs saw exactly what they needed to see, and it really don't. You really don't need to see a ton again in the summer league to know what you want to work on. You get them out there, see what you need to work on. Okay. And now let's get to the drawing board and start working on it. But man, you talk about impact. He's going to be an instant impact player in the NBA. Instant. Once he gets his confidence right, once he starts to really adjust to the speed and quickness of the NBA game, because everybody's super athletic and fast. And once he adjusts, it's over with. It's just a matter of when he adjusts. But once he figure it out, like he took him 2 games to figure it out. He took him 2 games to figure out summer league. It's probably gonna take him about 10 to 15 games to figure out the NBA. But once he figures it out, I just feel like, man, it's just like, dang. I don't know. Like I heard Draymond Green telling us, like, okay, he's like, yeah, go ahead. But I just saw that man dunk without jumping. He had a putback dunk without leaving the ground. It's just like,
man, look, that first game, and when I seen him the first game, you could tell he was nervous. You could. That's what I took it as. Why people might say he's got a good performance, it's because he looks nervous. Now, what my only drawback with him is his, and what they was talking about was his energy. You could kind of see I don't know if it's just going to take him some time to get him going, because that second game, that energy was there, and they were spot on. When he's on, ain't nothing you can do with him. But when his energy not there, he's like he's sluggish, like he's just going through the motions. And I don't know. Hopefully that won't be a problem for the young man. You know what I'm saying? I think Coach Park, I think he signed like a 5-year extension. This dude's gonna be coaching till he's 95 now. I don't know. I think it's like almost.
That's 80. Wild. 80 million, 5 years.
Yeah. So he's gonna be 110, roll up in a wheelchair on the sideline, still coaching. But yeah, that's my only concern is his energy level. Is he gonna be on like he needs to be on for every game? But like you said, if he's not scoring, he's still going to impact the game between his either actually blocking the shots or deflecting them or forcing people to change their shots. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Him rebounding. He's starting that. He's not one of those guys who he got to be in one spot and rebound. No, he's all over the place with the rebound. He's going for every rebound. Now, I hope he don't get into a lot of foul trouble because he's trying to make every block shot. That's what I'm kind of nervous about too. I know he likes to block a lot of shots, and we all know cats fall for the pump fake, even on the NBA level. They do it bad. Yeah. I used to tell my son, I said, pump fake. I said, they fall for it in the NBA. What, you don't think they're gonna fall for it in high school? Hell yeah, they fall for that bullshit. They're gonna fall for it in college. Use it. I think him working with Tim Duncan is gonna be a great help. He is going to be a great mentor for him, as well as Dave Robinson, man. They're going to get in that boy's ear. They're going to coach him up. He's going to be a problem. Now, hopefully the Spurs could continue to do what they need to do to build around him. That's what needs to happen. He's going to need some help. And I don't know. I don't know who they're going to have as a point guard for him. I think that's going to definitely make a difference. A good power forward for him, because he's going to get double teams because they have no choice. You're going to have to double team that dude. He's going to just ruin your night. And the thing about it, he won't have to bang too much because there's not a lot of bangers like in the NBA, right? We know this. You got maybe Jokic when he wants to, and maybe Embiid. How often are you going to see them for the year? Maybe about between the two, maybe 10 games between the two guys. So the rest of the time, he's just going to be abusing dudes, doing what you want to. Whether you want to take them out at the 3-point line, they got to come out and guard you, or you're going to take them to the rack. Either way, he is going to be – man, I love him, and I can't wait to watch him in the regular season game, man. I promise you, man.
All right. I keep telling people, I said, y'all can keep, like, because I done played enough basketball where I know I don't care if a dude is – trash. Hold on, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yeah, well, I hear you better now.
Yeah, I was okay. Yeah. So what I was saying is, I don't care if when you got a dude 7 foot or taller, it don't matter where his skill level is at. He's just a problem just because he's 7 feet tall, right? But this dude is already 7'5", taller than we've ever seen come into the NBA, and he's already elite skill wise. We've never seen this before. We've never seen a guy come in at this. Usually the guys that come in like the Taco Falls, struggling to make free throws, jump shot look weird. He ain't that. This is something different, And I said, man, honestly, y'all can go ahead and keep playing around with somebody that's 7'5" until you got to get on the court with him. And I said, wow, there's going to be a matchup problem, man. Problems all over the place. So, yeah,
and like
I keep sleeping on him.
Oh, for sure. And I said, he's going to be an issue. Now, hopefully they can get some pieces around him to help him, because he's going to need that. I haven't looked at the pay attention to Spurs roster in a long time because they've been trash. They've been bad. They've been bad. So I don't know. I don't know what they had.
I don't think they've been bad though, because they're bad though.
You said what?
I said, I don't think the Spurs have been bad because they trash.
Mm-hmm.
I think they've been bad intentionally.
Well, yeah, we know they the masters of taking a dive.
Yeah, they mastered the tank, and they mastered once they get their piece, had to completely get out of that tank and bounce back. So I'm looking at the pieces they got. It's not horrible. Now, it don't look the greatest.
Mhm.
But I trust Popovich. Like, I don't think they gave him that extension without something playing. So we'll see what they got up their sleeve.
Yeah, I mean, and like you said, that's the key for them as far as their roster. I think that's what's going to really help. Like I said, I used to have a KJ Johns. I don't even know if he's still on that team anymore.
Who's up?
Oh yeah, he's on there. Keldon Johnson used to play for UK. So
Yeah, he's still there.
Okay. God damn, I didn't realize they still had your boy. He's still in the league. Corey Jane. God damn. Doug Dermott. My goodness. This dude's still holding on. Yeah. I'm looking at that roster, man. It's questionable. My goodness.
It is questionable, though. I can't lie.
Romeo Langford. My goodness.
Nope, he's from Indiana.
Yeah. It's funny. He's got that laid back, cool ass attitude. Like, but this dude, I remember watching this dude just in high school. He dropped 30 on you. He'd be one of the most quietest 30 you ever seen in your life.
But you talking about Langford?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I always thought he was kind of lazy.
And it's the mindset. But he was so cool and laid back. Like, God damn, my son loved it. I was like, dude, why? What the hell? But he always enjoyed watching him. I'm like, okay. We would go over and doing the games when they played against a big high school out of here in Louisville. We went over and knew him, watch him play, and he did his thing. But it would be like the quietest 25 and 8 you ever seen him in your life, man. That's how crazy. But that's just it's him. Even when he was in Indiana, he was like cool and laid back. Get your cool 15 here. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't even know it. But that's just the way he played. So I didn't know he was still in the league. But yeah, I think the Spurs going to have to get this man some help. Get this man some help. And he's gonna bring the Spurs back to prominence for sure, I think. He's that type of player. He could do it as long as he got the right pieces around. Yeah, you could be celebrating another title down there in San Antonio, man. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this young man progress and get better and grow in his game, man. Because the 2 games I've seen, I was sold. Yeah,
me
man.
too. Me too.
So
that's all I needed to see.
So who you think is gonna give him a run for Rookie of the Year, though, man? I mean, do you think it's just gonna be as long as he stay healthy? Let's say that as long as he stay healthy, is there anybody else?
I think a lot of people don't know who he is, but a guy that I think is going to be right there in the mix is Jordan Walsh. He got drafted to the Celtics from Arkansas. And I don't know how he dropped so low in the draft, but I thought he was like one of the most NBA ready, like ready to go.
That's my man with the bushy hair.
Nah, he bald head. He's he kind of got that Villanueva look.
Okay, I think I know you're talking about it. Yeah, because I watched.
So I forgot the condition that it's called. I forgot whatever that condition is. He got it.
Alopecia, is that what he got?
Yeah, something like that. Where but where
they don't have no hair on them at all, like even the eyebrow.
Hair. Yeah, no.
Okay, now that you say him, I do remember. But I thought, is that up? What the dude with Bush? He's from Arkansas too, though, ain't he? The one with the crazy hair. I think he's a little biracial kid. And I think
so too.
I think he was never supposed to be ranked up as high. He was good. In fact, he was good. They said he was better in football than he was in basketball, but he chose to play basketball. That's what I was just talking about. But yeah, okay. I'm at that. And he said, Walsh, is that his name you said?
Yeah, Jordan Walsh, man.
Okay, we'll definitely have to look him up and check him out, though.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be right in the mix.
Yeah, I like Miller. I like Miller. I hope he can stay on the right path. You know, I hope this stuff that happened, in Alabama is behind him and he's able to, move forward with his life and just do what he need to do, right? Make sure he surround himself around with good, positive people that's gonna help him and move him along as far as his career. Because look, Charlotte needs a superstar down there. I mean, LaMelo Ball is a superstar, but I think they need another guy, that's really going to help ball out down there. And I think Miller could be that guy. I really do. So I like that combo that they're gonna have. As far as any other rookie, man, I don't know. I was.
I mean, you got Scoot. I mean, Scoot's an easy choice. I mean,
I tell you this. I'm interested to see them two twins, the one from Detroit and the one in Houston. I'm interested in seeing how they do. I'm really interested to see how they do. I'm kind of confused why Detroit took the other one, because all what they got right now. I'm like, man, what
they
are we
got
doing?
a ton of guards, don't they?
Yeah, see, that didn't make sense to me at all. I'm like, Detroit, what are we doing? I mean, I thought we was on the right path. I don't know, but like you said, they got about 5 guards now. And I think they drafted over the past 3 years. So I'm like, man, what are they doing? That makes no sense to me. But I'm definitely interested to see how them twins do. Now there was another twin that got drafted. Well, his brother did, but it's I don't know who's considered older, but the more taller one. And his mother was nice. I don't know if you remember the draft, but she was stacked. Mama was stacked.
I think who you talking about?
He went to Central Florida, and the mother was interviewing. She had the mic down, and I think one of the sons told her to put the mic up to her mouth so they could hear her. But she was well put together, light skinned. Mother real light skinned. The 2 young boys are dark skinned. Damn, I can't. And they went to Central Florida. He was drafted in the top 10, I believe.
I don't know. That's crazy.
I can't think of his name. But they're twins, but you couldn't tell because one's like about 4 inches taller than the other. It's like, damn, this one twin took all the height. He gave his brother nothing. I mean, it was like a 4-inch height difference between the two. But I was watching his highlights and listened to his story. I'm talking about. He could have went to one of the major schools, but he chose not to. He chose Central Florida and take advantage of his opportunity. And that dude balled while he was there. But so I'm looking forward to seeing him and how he pans out. But other than that, I can't really think of no other rookies that I'm really, really interested in. And so, like I said, Smush, I think he's going to be good anyway. I don't know. What do you think about this? The overtimes and the G League. And those guys going there instead of going to college, do you think that's really going to be a big thing, or is that just a blip?
So here's the great good. One of the teams that I coach, because I coach over at Grand Canyon University, I coach the club team. So we play a lot of those types of teams.
Okay.
And a year ago we played a team called AZ Compass. They had Shaden Sharp.
Okay. Man.
And we beat him by 30.
Kentucky, man, that hurt me. But
he didn't play a game, but we beat him. This was right before he left, but we beat him by 30.
Mm-hmm.
And my biggest question is because I see all these high talent guys come walk into our gym. A lot of my guys are kind of starstruck by him because they seeing them on TikTok and all that. But then we get to playing the game. Next thing you know, we up 35, 40 points. And so I'm saying to myself, a lot of these prep schools and these, OTEs and whatnot, it seems like they sell the biggest stars, the players that they know are NBA talents, because a lot of them, the programs look like money grabs because they charging all these kids to go to these programs, and they really only selling the world the big names, the Thompson twins, and then I think Jalen Green was a part of a big prep school program, and so that's the problem to me. Is just like, so is it good for selling some of the kids? Yes, but you got to think who else was, they don't really nobody remembers anybody else from OTE rosters. Like some of them might go D1, most of them probably go D2 or NAI or something like that. But it's just like, I don't know if it's the right route. I still will not believe that college isn't a better route. I believe college is still going to be the best route. Because as much as people don't want to face the reality of it, like you might not go to college to learn the books, but it teaches you how to interact with people. And once you get to the NBA, you got to know how to interact with people and deal with certain social settings and things like that. And so a lot of these guys don't know how to deal with life in that aspect. So I'm not a big fan of the prep schools, but I understand it. But I just think it's going to ultimately do more harm and have a lot of bad decisions being made in the long run. That's what's going to happen.
And it's funny, like I think there was like after the draft, that show I did after the draft was kind of talking about that, and I was looking at them how much money. I'm like, dude, they still selling themselves short, because with some of these NIL deals you could be getting in college, that's just a drop in the bucket what they get in these prep schools. I was like, dude, you selling yourself short. Now maybe it's the expectation you have to, pass one semester of school, I don't know, or just able to qualify to get into school, I don't know. But why do that? I mean, and if you can go to one of these major schools and get on TV like you can on a regular basis, why not do that? And not only that, but like you said, the social aspect. You are interacting with people outside of people who look like you, because that's what the world is. The world's not just full of black people, so we got to know how to interact with people of different nationalities, religions, sex, whatever. You have to learn how to interact with other folks. So you got to come out of your comfort zone and do that. Why not take that advantage while you're in college? Why not? At the same time, make some money, get your education, and get your name out there, be on the biggest platform, going against other good players, night in, night out. That's what you could do when you go to college. And just for the aspect of, networking too. Not only, it's not only just about, but just opportunity to network with people, building relationships with people. That's one of the most memorable things I remember, when I went down to Murray State, played there and played football, just the networking that I was able to do, the opportunities I was able to learn, the things I'm going to my teammates' house and learning from their parents. You know what I'm saying? Old country white dude from Arkansas. He's teaching me about finances, home loans, buying homes as early as possible. I didn't learn that from my daddy. I didn't learn that from none of my family. I learned from a guy who looked nothing like me, who I probably, if I didn't play the sport, would have never went to his house. But I learned game from him. Why? Because I was able to network, interact, engage with people other than people that look like me. And that's part of the thing going to college. You get that opportunity, man. You get that blessing. So, hey, it's a great thing. Take advantage of it. I don't know why they not do it, but, it might be for different reasons. I'm sure there's probably some more benefits other than what OT. I'm sure they offer some other.
The number one reason why a lot of these kids duck college is because of grades. They just don't like.
I got you.
Going into it, if you're going to be academically eligible, and it's a lot of these kids that just put off school, and they done had a lot of bad people around them that just ain't had them take it serious. So they just not academically eligible. So the easy choice is to go to an OTE or something like that, where you can try to tell everybody you going here because you think it's a better basketball situation. But most of them, because even down here in Arizona, some of the best prep schools, the living situation that these kids are living in it's like horrible. Like if you see that video where they were following Jalen Green's prep school around, they living in horrible, like roomed up with 4 guys. It's not like you living a life. You go to college as an athlete, you're gonna be living in the best dorms on campus. You're gonna eat the best out of all the students. You're gonna get treated the best. You're gonna get all the gear you want. So I know it's not because these schools get all like they might be able to throw you some more money or something under the table, but other than that, I mean, you really dealing with a raggedy situation at most of these prep schools. I promise you. So
I can imagine. Like what you said, I was having a conversation with myself. I said, look, the thing about even at Murray State, everything's supposed to go. I was taking $7,500 home a semester. I said, this is Murray State, a Division I 2A school. That's what they used to call it back then.
Yeah.
That's what I took home a semester. Every 4 months, I said, that's what I did. I said, I didn't need all that shit. I said, clothes? Why did you buy clothes? I said, they gave me stuff out 5 days a week. I was dressed in a uniform, in some paraphernalia. Between sweats, short sets, or whatever, shirts and all. I had at least 5 days a week worth doing it. All I had to just wash my clothes. That's it. But not only that, I was getting 3 square meals a day, and I wouldn't use 3 a day. Because guess what? We go down to the stadium, it's catered. It's food down there. What am I doing?
So imagine what they're getting in North Carolina, Duke, Ohio State.
Look, I could imagine. And I remember walking into them. We playing against Tennessee, and seeing our facilities at that time. You thought it was NFL facilities.
Yeah.
The way they was living, eating good, and they fed us, and we a visiting team. We ate better than we ever ate. Even on homecomings and senior nights and all that stuff, we never ate this good. And we just here to get our ass kicked and collect the goddamn check and go home.
The collected check. Facts.
That's it. But guess what? We ate good. They treated us good. We stayed in a great hotel. Come on, man. You couldn't tell us nothing. We thought we was a shit. I got beat by there 45 points. You know, when we got on that plane, got up out of there. They flew us in too. We didn't have to take the bus. Most of the time we was taking a bus. We got flown in, baby. Oh, they say now we got flown out. So, look, I could imagine somehow these, like you said, these schools are doing the treat, and that was in the late 90s.
Yeah.
2023. I know. I've seen some videos and films of some of these facilities. I'm like, God damn, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. I went up my son AAU coach, Derek Anderson. He took us up to Ohio State, Georgia Tech, and these are football schools. These are not basketball. These are football. But the basketball teams, I mean, they had their own workout, weight room, and everything. Separate from the football. Said all football got their own thing.
Yeah,
basketball team and everybody else using this weight room. Yeah, you don't work out with the football team. They got their own thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it was. You wouldn't go down there unless you got some type of relationship with them. You don't get to work out in their gyms or their workout equipment or none of that. They got their own special. I'm like, God damn. There's no way. I know a lot of schools probably got it, but they said a lot of schools just like it. Pretty much, if they the powerhouse of the powerhouse football program, they got their own thing, and you don't go down and work out where they work out. They got different type weights. I'm like, God damn. But that's just the business. This is the way it is, man. So God bless, man. Again, I don't understand why these young men don't want to go to college route, do the thing. But like you said, great. You know, that's it. That's the only thing I can think of. That's the only. I mean, with all the amenities you're going to get, the living situations, they treat you like kings. You're the big man on campus. You just can't get that GPA right. You just can't qualify. And it's sad. I hate to hear to see it, but like you said, lack of leadership in the homes, lack of leadership amongst the coach staff. They not following up, making sure these boys or young ladies are doing what they need to do. So they have to go their route. And they missing out on so much, man. they are missing out on so much. But
They
you know,
missing out on a ton. Like I think people like that's the one aspect of college that people just keep forgetting about. Like I was like, we gotta socialize these dudes so that they understand like the world they're about to walk into. That's what they don't understand. A lot of them just, they get all this money, and you wonder why they like the John Morant. You wonder why they just get in trouble and whatnot. It's because a lot of times they ain't really done a good job of socializing them. He don't know how to interact. He don't know how to keep what he does private. He don't know. So I mean, just go let them learn, live life in college, learn, and just start developing as people. But they
yes.
don't live normal basketball lives. Like these guys that get that good in basketball, they don't live normal. A lot of them don't even have a driver's license by when they get into the NBA because they ain't lived a normal life. They in the gym all day, and if the only way you normalize them, you gotta send them to college for a year or two. They gotta wake up and see a real world. Get away from mama and daddy. You got a coach. You got strength and conditioning coaches waking you up at 5 a.m. Summertime, you got 3-a-days, and now you really about to see what it is. So
That reality check go kick in real fast. Like,
reality check.
I mean, look, my son, same way. He never had a job. Never had a job. He never because I want to stay focused on is basketball and school. That was your main focus. You don't need to work. We can afford. Me and his mother can afford to do this. You don't want for nothing. Everything you make sure you got. Not what you got what you need, not what you want all the time, but you got what you needed. And so it wasn't to this year he's actually able to get a regular job because he's no AAU, so he's able to do it. But the job we got him is only going to last for 6 weeks. It's a summer program for minority kids, and so I definitely make sure I involve him in it. But just to give him opportunity, save a little money. I said because unfortunately, when you go to college, you're not gonna have a job. Your job is basketball and school, and so you're not gonna be able to go out and be able to work a job. But don't worry, I want you to make this money, put this money up, save this money so you can put gas in your car. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole thing. He just, like you said, recently talked about getting his license. He just got his license, 17. He had a permit for a while, but he just got his license. Just finding the time to go actually take the driver's test and do what he needed to do. It just wasn't there because his life was so congested between basketball and school. I mean, so imagine a kid on a different level, on a high level where there is no downtime. I can imagine a kid, like you said, they don't have time to get a license. Not till they actually get to play with the NBA. Like, I need to go get a driver's license, I guess. I'm going to catch a Uber for the rest of my life. But, that's a whole different story right there, man. Definitely a whole different story, man. God bless. Look, I would expect to go down this road with this, but, man, this is good talk. And my baseball dealers definitely need to hear this conversation. Because, it's a look into insight to things a lot of people don't realize or even think about with some of their kids. I'm doing a show this Wednesday about fatherhood and the importance of fatherhood. So I'm going to definitely highlight some of these things too as well. How it is, especially as Black men, important for our fathers to be around in a lot of kids' life and be involved as much as possible. Even ones who don't participate in sports, but just to be there, period, for academics as well, like for just for the social aspect, the importance of fatherhood. So, man, brother, look, I appreciate you coming up, rocking with me tonight. Like I said, I wasn't gonna do it alone because I got another engagement show I got to do. I'm gonna help out with this young lady who uplifts and encourages men. But brother, next Wednesday, man, again, if you got it in your schedule, come on through, man. We gonna talk about this, man. The top. I got 50.
You. I'll pull up, man, for sure.
Yes, the top 50 all time rappers.
All right, he come out, man. I'll catch you on the next one.
Yes, sir. Be safe, big brother. Thank you again.
Yes, sir.
Man, that brother came up and pulled up, man. I was on the show before, man, and look, that brother's got a good program. He's got a good sports thing, man, and I really enjoyed checking out his show. I came on a couple times, and we was debating about some of the NBA players and all that good stuff, man. So he's got a good thing going on. I apologize, but if you're still out there, you're still listening, definitely put your channel in the chat, man, and let it be known because, I appreciate you and I got nothing but love and respect for you, my brother, and what you do. So, with that being said, man, hey, it was another good show today, man. Guys, another good show talking about great sports. Again, with the NBA Summer League, it's really getting heated up. It's really getting good, and it's going to be exciting. I'm definitely going to continue to watch. And we all know the Vegas League is usually the best one. I know they usually have one, I think, out there in the Utah area. And they usually, I think, is it Utah or the Seattle area? Maybe because they just trying to get the Supersonics a team again. I don't know why they have it out there, but maybe that's the case. But I'm definitely going to continue to watch the Summer League because it's entertaining. And nothing else to watch right now, right? I mean, we have a big fight coming in a couple weeks, that Crawford and Bud fight. Man, I'm looking forward to that fight on the 29th. So, guys, it's coming up fast. It'll be here before you know. We're definitely going to talk about that, pre-fight as well as the post-fight and what y'all think and who y'all think is going to win and all of that good stuff. So, definitely going to have a conversation on that, as well as continue to talk about the NBA Summer League. But, guys, let me talk about one other thing, man. Shout out to Ice Cube, man. Yeah, I seen that fight the other day. So that was good. Shout out to Ice Cube and his Big Three. I really like what he's got going with the Big Three, man. Now, Saturday was the first day I was able to watch some of the games, and they like in the third week of the season, so I was able to watch the game. What I really enjoy, what I'm seeing he's been doing, he's been getting old school rappers to perform at half times and post games and all of that. So that's been great, man. So shout out to Ice Cube, man, for promoting his brand, promoting his league, then recognizing him as one of the black owners of pro sports. Shout out to you for that. Not only that, promoting the culture of rap and hip hop, man. He's doing that too, because, hey, that's where we all know him from. The days of NWA, Ice Cube being a solo artist as well as in the group with NWA. Definitely going to be in my top 50 for sure. Not going to tell you where he's going to be, but he's going to be one of my top 50 for sure. My man Ice Cube. O'Shea Jackson. My man Ice Cube, man, he's definitely going to be in the top 50. But yeah, shout out to him and the Big Three, man. I was entertained. I was watching the game. It was fun. And I'll continue to watch it. Because it's entertaining. I remember the first season they had it, and they played one of the game up here in Lexington, Kentucky, and I went to it, and man, had a good time. Man. And so hopefully they come close again, man, so I can able to participate in that again. I looked at the schedule this season. It's not coming nowhere close to me this time around. But maybe I need to make a road trip and go out there to them. They just last week, excuse me, I'm sorry. They had it at the Barclays Center, so that was cool. And I seen my man KRS-One got to perform. He was one of the performers at the show, so that was cool. Again, my man Cube promoting the brand of hip hop, pushing that out there. Not only that, but just him and his Big Three and his organization. I'm glad and happy for the brother, man, doing what he's doing, and I want to continue to do that, man. I really want to see him continue to win with that, man. So that was great, entertaining, and it was giving us another outlet to watch some more sports. So kudos to that brother for doing that, man. Kudos to him. So again, man, I thank you guys for rocking with me again. I'm gonna continue to put out this good content, man, and that's my goal, to continue to put out this good content. So come Wednesday, we're gonna have a show on fatherhood, man. Having a show on fatherhood and the importance of fathers and all that good stuff, and how valuable we are needed in not only the community but more importantly in the homes. That is a must, you know. It's a blessing to be a father. It is a blessing to be parents, period, but especially to be a father because you are the leader of the house. You're the leader of the home, and it's greatly needed. And in order for your kids to be successful, you got to make sure you have some type of presence in their life, whether it's you living with the kids and being with the mother, or you're married to whatever the case may be. You got to make sure there's a presence. You have to. That is a must. Regardless of how you got to do it, you have to do it. So, you know, for those who are not being a presence like they should, shame on you. Shame on you. And if I have some basement dwellers out there who are not being men that they need to be and fathers to their kids, shame on you. Shame on you. And hopefully you do better. Hopefully I say something Wednesday to change your mind, make you think or question some things. Cool. Hopefully I say something to you that makes you evaluate some stuff, makes you want to do something better and different. Cool. Black fathers, for sure, is the most important, man. We see where our community is going. We see where we're at. We see where we need to be. And right where we're at now is not where we need to be. So we got to continue to do better as a people as a whole. And I think one of the most important things in doing that is being present in our kids' life. You have to. And don't just be present just to go to sporting events, right? I know it's cool, it's fun, and it's easy. Yeah, that's nice. But you also got to make sure you involve yourself with the academics, with the socially. You got to make sure you involve yourself having the conversations with your sons and your daughters. You have to, because they need you. They belong to you, man. You're a part of them. So, man, do what you got to do to be in their lives, to contribute in their lives. If it means you have to bend the knee a little bit to and I hate even saying and doing this, but if that means you have to do that in order to get in a good space with your ex, your baby mamas, whatever the case may be, do what you got to do. Because at the end of the day, you're not doing it for yourself. You're not doing it for her. You're doing it for your children. And that's the most important thing. That's the only thing. So do what you got to do, man. Do what you got to do. Guys, I love y'all guys, man. I appreciate you rocking out with me once again. Again, I said I wasn't going to go long today, and I look like I'm not. So it's all good. But we'll definitely continue to rock with me and continue to do this. Hey, guys, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And please share it, man. Share this with, family members, loved ones, all enemies, baby daddy, baby mama. Share it. Let them know, hey, come on to the basement. Basement's a fun place to be. It's entertaining. It's enjoyable. It's a vibe. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It's a vibe. So come on over and get some of this vibe. You understand what I'm saying? So while we're doing that, we're going to rock out. And I appreciate you guys doing what y'all doing. Hey, I'll talk to y'all later. See y'all Wednesday.